stream can hear you.
Oh, can they?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't stink. I don't stink. I shower. Shower. You ever like take a nap and you wake up and there's like thick shit in your throat?
No.
I think I could be dying. Funny. Whoa. We're waiting for Atlas. He's taking a little bathroom break, and then we're this is off the air. This is exclusive, guys.
Yep.
Wow.
Pittman and Pierce off the record, dude.
Off the record.
Unfiltered.
Uncensored, uncut Blu-ray edition. Nipples out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize so much.
Good, man.
No worries.
Okay, do you need me to restart my Streamlabs?
I think you should be able to turn on your webcam here if you turn it off on the stream.
Yeah, just press
We've had issues with this in the
deactivate.
past.
That's what I have to do. Like if you right click your cam.
And then you should, theoretically, but it's not coming right now. So I don't know.
Broken.
It's because, hold on. Quick. You can definitely continue as I fix this.
Okay.
How you guys doing tonight? I'm so sorry that
No, you're
I'm
fine,
late,
bro.
man. How we
Fine.
doing?
Doing
Doing
great,
good,
man.
doing good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Doing
How's the
fucking
day been
great.
so far? The raid's treating you well?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to the Payment and Pierce podcast. This is
Howdy,
episode
howdy.
6, season 1. So today we're going to break down a little bit of Tarkov, but we have covered a lot of Tarkov. So what we do want to touch on you with a bit is some Twitch stuff, some maybe tips for those who want to start out with maybe Tarkov streaming or just streaming in general. We're also going to have a Q&A segment where,
Hey!
there we go, fixed.
That handsome man.
Pierce's chat, your chat, whichever chat wants to ask some questions, they'll have their opportunity to do so. And that question can be personal, it can be Tarkov based, it can be whatever the hell, as long as it's not against the terms of service, of course. And so, do a little introduction piece for yourself. Tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, and then we'll proceed as per usual.
Okay. My name is actually Johnny in real life. I've been streaming for about a year and a half. I've only been playing Tarkov for about a year. And I don't know. I didn't think it was for me. And then I started playing Tarkov and I just was like, shit, I really hope this is, because I really don't want to stop playing this game.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else did you want me to say? I'm sorry.
No,
No,
just
that's
a little
perfect.
overview of you. It was
Okay.
perfect. By all means, just so people know who you are, get a little, bit of the action. Here, I'm gonna shout you out on Pierce's channel real quick. So what I do want to touch on first that we have yet to touch on the podcast actually is post-weight update implementation. What are your thoughts after you had some chance to like mess with it, feel around it, play with it a bit?
Definitely, dude. Wait was like so frustrating, especially if you played the first like Thursday and Friday when it came out. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, no, it was terrible, dude. When it was 25 kilograms, it was
With the head bob.
game breaking, dude. It was actually
The
making me
recoil.
sick.
Yeah,
The recoil was terrible, dude. Some people actually enjoyed that though. Like I
I
saw
know.
a bunch of stuff on Reddit, and they were like, "Yeah, we like that." And I was like, "Dude, what the
Some
hell?
man was
What are you
pissed,
thinking?"
remember?
Yeah, dude. Somebody
Yeah.
was shitting his pants. No, it
Oh
was
my-
it was really bad.
I like what they did to it though. How like on Saturday and Sunday they kind of like started slowly like increasing the weight limits and things like
Yeah.
that. And I was really pleased with that. And what I like always tell my chat is that it won't be such a huge dramatic change when the wipe comes. Like we'll barely even notice it because we'll level strength like more organically, like naturally as we play and start getting fat raids, you know.
Right.
But it we all had Gen 4 full and like Vulcan helmets and shit. So like when we late because we were late game, so when we had those on and tried the new weight system, we were like, what the fuck? So it immediately just kind of irritated us, and I think that's where all the negative feedback came forward. But
Well, and I think a lot of people struggle with like change, you know, especially like diehard Tarkov fans. You know, like you kind of get in a rhythm of the game where it kind of smooths out, and it's like, you know, things are going smooth, the game's not shitting its pants, and then like you throw in that, and then with like the you know, the wiping of endurance and strength, I think it was I don't know, and this is kind of what I said before it was released, and I'm glad, like you were saying, I'm glad it got touched on a bit because I think because when it was like what I was saying when it was initially released, it was like 25 kilograms, and you were already like, you know, you were already feeling the effects of it. But I know like playing, like bigger maps such as like Shoreline or Interchange, like especially as a solo player, if you kill two people that are, you know, fairly geared, you're like crawling for 10 to 15 fucking minutes to get, you know what I mean? It's like it's like you're punished for doing well, which I know it's more realistic, but I also think like it kind of weighs on the fun factor, you know what I mean? I hope
definitely.
it continues to get tweaked a bit.
I think what the biggest issue is it's a matter of like what Tarkov wants to be versus what Tarkov should be for the player base we have currently. And so there's obviously the people that are going to lean towards, oh, I want as much realism as possible. And there's going to be the people that are going to lean, oh, I want to just be able to have a little bit of fun. And even though it's kind of Call of Duty aspect where you're running around and jumping like this, you know, you should be able to have some movement.
Right.
And I think finding a happy medium where it's still realistic, but where it's not like originally how it was, where you pick up one guy's gear and then you're not able to move. So I think they're headed in the right direction. And I think there's a little bit of tweaking they need to do. I mean, as a streamer, I think where I suffered most is I love, you know, nothing more than tossing two eye cases in a raid bag and going to labs. But you know, that's not really possible anymore. And that's okay. And it wasn't realistic to begin with. And I mean, it definitely to it punishes hackers now too, because there's plenty of hackers that threw those cases in their bags and then just speed hacked around and headshot everybody. So yeah, in that sense, it's a very good thing. It's got its downsides, but I think for the most part, as an idea, it's headed conceptually in the right direction.
I don't fully understand why like why the players that bring in the gear, right? Like the players that are bringing in high tier gear and whatever. Like obviously, you know, if you have backpacks stacked in backpacks and you got a shitload of stuff on, you should be weighed down a bit. But like on maps that are so location oriented, such as like Shoreline, right? Like nobody really gives a shit about anything else on Shoreline besides a resort. But if you're wearing gear, unless you're popping like a shitload of stims, I feel like you're rarely going to be the first one to hit a room that has like a good static loot spawn. You know what I mean? Like, which it's kind of like, why even run expensive gear? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, I can kit up to go for PvP, or I can kit up. I don't know. It just seems like odd. Like it's incentivizing weird gameplay. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's helping.
I think like you're right. I think you're right. Because I just ran a couple raids with a Ash 12, right? And I had like 5 bags, and I was like, and just a backup ammo, and it's only 20 round mags, right? And so I was like, the fuck, I was already overweight, and I just had like kill armor and like a ULAC.
Right,
I wasn't running anything crazy. I was like, what? This is crazy. I had like level 4 strength, and but I think you're right. In that it needs to be tweaked a little bit more. But also I'm going to go back to my point where it's next wipe. It's going to be better because by the time we're getting gear like this, we're already going to have like level 6, 7 strength, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to be as noticeable as it is right now.
Right.
But I do think they need to just a little bit, like
just a little more,
just like
just a little touch,
like 5 kilograms.
Right. I agree.
I would agree with you there, Atlas. I think honestly, if anything, it's given stims more of a reason to be used in game. I mean, I think everyone's started to use SJ6 and Adrenaline, SJ1 now. So as a, I think it's, I don't even think it really needs to be changed. I think what needs to be changed is they need to punish hatchlings harder. Is honestly because like Pierce said, running gear, you're at a disadvantage on like these speed and long trek maps that are you have to get to resort or you have to get to the barracks on reserve or whatever.
Right.
So I think, as opposed to further making us a little bit faster as the thick boys, I think if they just, further detriment the guys that want to just throw a pistol on or, throw, but I feel like the issue of getting marked and cursed isn't the solution for that.
What do you think a possible solution could
So,
be?
Dude, I think they're moving in the right direction. I think the tagged and cursed is great, and I think that they also get a reduced. They start with like 60 health, right, when they spawn instead of like 100 something.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I thought if
you
they
die as a
died.
hatchling or naked, you get like
Oh,
super
yeah,
low
yeah,
health
yeah.
when you respawn, like when you get team killed.
Right.
And so I think they're moving in like the right direction for it. But what else could I say? I don't know. There's nothing really to like check them, like you can't give them less loot. You can't give
That's what
them
that's
because
like,
it loot spawns on like when the map's created. I don't know.
right. I think a solution to it would be which, a lot of people might like, a lot of people not or would not like, but dynamic spawns, you know what I mean? Like dynamic loot spawns where everything is not always in the same place, because when you have that, you have naked people that they don't give a shit, or most of them, I would say. Like, because some of these hatch runners that just run, to labs or pistol runners, whatever, shoreline, like they have more money than the majority, because they're getting in and out with fucking LEDX or whatever they're getting, and then that's it. They don't give a shit if they die. But I think if
half
spawns,
of them like commit, like just hit disconnect.
yeah,
and
they just
die.
leave the fucking game.
Yeah.
But I think if spawns weren't so predictable, like obviously you have to have some kind of order to it, so you're not just running around blind. But I think if they weren't always guaranteed in a certain spot, or they could be multiple spots, it might help that. And I wouldn't want to suggest like locking the gamma, because I know a lot of people are opposed to that, and it definitely makes it harder on new players. But something like that would balance the system, especially with
So,
gear making you heavier, in my
this
opinion, at
just
least.
popped into my head just right now. What if there was a measure per se where you have to be at a certain amount of gear or a certain weight threshold to be able to use your gamma to put things into it?
Yeah.
So per se, like you have to be at a certain weight or you have to have a certain amount of slots filled on your PMC before you can put stuff into your gamma container. I think that might be a pretty effective way of dealing with people that just want to run around with a hatchet or a pistol.
Right.
Definitely.
Obviously, it would, there would have to be fine tuning and tweaking to something like that. But I think, that would then get rid of not only like the hatchling problem, but it kind of is to the detriment of real money trading and, stuff like that. So I think as a general concept, that might be a solid idea.
And they can always reverse it if it
Yeah,
doesn't.
there's got to be something. Like,
Yeah.
in the end, no matter what change they implement, some of the community is gonna fucking hate it. Some of the community is gonna, not mind. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's always gonna be a split. And in the end, like ultimately, the devs are gonna do whatever they want to do. Hopefully, the game remains fun. You know what I mean? And I think it's like us three as pretty, dedicated Tarkov streamers. We might complain or we might not like this or that, but we're still gonna play the game. You know what I mean? I just hope that there doesn't come a change that deters people from, new people to playing the game, or or the game growing, I should say. So we'll just have to see.
So progressing forward, there's not too much new going on with Tarkov outside of obviously the whole weight change. A lot of the stuff we've covered on past podcasts. How do you feel about the new interchange? I have yet to talk about that with anyone as well. You like it? You don't like it? What's your thoughts?
There's a couple things. I mean, it's just the things I don't like about it are kind of like kind of like shallow. You know what I'm saying? Like how loud the tech light alarm is when you're in that area. You're just like, oh, fuck, this is like so annoying. Or the fact that no one will turn on power when you spawn on the Ollie side.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like I kind of don't want to press power either when I spawn there because some fucking hatchling, like we were just talking about, is going to be sitting there, which I
Just
found multiple
waiting.
times. Yeah, next to the door, just like ready to fucking steal all the good lead X's and stuff. So it just makes you want to like ask the question: is there always they're just always gonna find a fucking way to be a rat? You know what I'm saying? Like they're always gonna, no matter what you throw at them,
people will find a way. But they're, I don't know. I think all in all, Payman, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wish also with the Kiba alarm, it doesn't feel like it does much right now outside of be loud. It's just a loud blaring sound, and then maybe sometimes it makes Killa move closer to Kiba. But I haven't really noticed. And I know they were talking about implementing raiders, and something like that I think would do a lot for it. But right now it's literally just like a nuisance. Like it's just loud for the sake of being loud is what it feels like to me.
So what happened is they're not looting, the hatchlings aren't looting Kiba anymore, right?
No, they
they're
don't give a shit
looting the
about
med
that.
room,
Yeah, they want the
and then
Ledex.
like the tech stores, and then also the fabrics.
Right.
And so it's like they fixed the Kiba problem, but now it's
now it doesn't matter. Problem. Right.
But honestly, like I love the new hole in the ground under furniture, like down beneath Rasmussen area. I love that extract, and I think like a lot of the prices of those keys and stuff are gonna be balanced when the wipe comes. I think just the way that they're it's a love and hate because like the way they're putting stuff in mid patch, you know, it's kind of nice because it's refreshing content for us, like especially us playing constantly.
Right.
Yeah.
But it always makes it, how do I play now? The meta kind of changes. Like what?
Right.
Yeah, and it's not always bad.
Like
right, to like adapt to the. I think the only thing that I don't fully agree with was like, and you know, it is true that people were exploiting the shit out of strength and endurance and whatnot. But it was, I feel like to wipe someone's strength or wipe every character's strength and endurance to level 1, it was just like I don't know, mid wipe. It just seems.
It definitely.
They should have waited till wipe.
Yeah, they should have waited till wipe 100%.
I think everyone can agree on that.
Yeah.
I would say the only thing about interchange that you didn't touch on is that little fucking monster on Idea side that scares the hell out of me every time.
The arcade thing by the escalator. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's so scary.
Creepy ass train music, dude.
It sounds like BioShock, dude, right? You ever played that? Oh my god.
I think everyone got a little scared the first time they passed by that.
Or arcade, if you kill someone in arcade and you have to like take their shit or your buddy dies and hide their shit, you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I can't hear shit.
Viet Cong in here, dude. Like, Jesus.
Exactly. So I do want to touch on with you a little bit about Twitch and Tarkov on Twitch and just Twitch as a platform itself. And like I would say we're all fairly successful at what we do, but I think you know, Pierce here is still learning the ways, and
I'm a new streamer, you know. I'm just exactly. I'm a little guy.
So like, what if you were talking to somebody that wanted to start out specifically with streaming Tarkov? What would be some of the things that you would tell them to be like, this will set you apart? Like, this is what's going to bring people to want to watch you as a streamer on Tarkov.
Oh man. Okay. There's a lot, but dude, okay, so for me, it's actually pretty easy because when you start streaming Tarkov, you're kind of enchanted, right? You guys remember back when you first started? For me, my first raid was like I was on Shoreline and I was a scab with my buddy Condor. We were in Shoreline like resort, and I was in one of the hallways by admin, and I just got like shot through the glass, and I was and like I died, but I still was like, what is this game? You know, this is amazing. And I think that it's just fun to watch people. And like a lot of people, like when they're first starting to stream it, and a lot of people like to backseat game. So, you know, like, hey, dude, take that fucking lion. It's better than the cat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so maybe just even putting your stream tags as like backseat gaming, new player, things like that, ask me anything, things like that. will really increase your, and also playing with viewers is one of the hugest ways I grew my stream, especially early. A lot of my subs especially over a year, were just the boys that I just, hey man, can I play? And I'm just like, I had my 6 viewers, and I'm like, yeah, dude,
Right.
do it.
Right.
And those became my mods, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you just have to be, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of team kills. Okay, I just want you guys to know that.
A lot of
There's
friendships
going to be a
ruined.
lot of
Yep.
team kills, dude. All right, I'm just going to say that. All right, there's going to be friendships torn
Yep.
apart. Don't play labs. That's another thing. All
I love
right,
fun.
I have
There's a
killed
lot of labs
teammates.
there's a lot of lab beasts out there already. Okay, there's Quattro Ace and like Big Easy and tons of other lab monsters out there, and no one cares if you're a mediocre guys playing labs. Okay, that's why I don't play
Right.
labs. That's why I go play something else.
Yeah, I think finding a sweet spot like Pierce has factory. I see you on reserve a lot. I'm one of those mediocre labs guys, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna. We won't get started on that. But real quick, funny story about the TK thing. I actually played with viewers for the first day. The
Yes.
other day, I was like my first time ever doing viewer games.
Yes.
Well, I played with this guy, and I dropped like this team of 2, and then he was like looting them, and I ran up to, this was right by scav checkpoint on customs. I ran up to power station, and so I came back because he was like, oh, I'm looting. I was like, okay, I'll come cover you. And then I see 2 guys running around. One looks exactly like the guy I was playing with, and the other's like a guy I've never seen before, like Tri-Zip M4, and the guy I was running with was like in full Untar gear. And they were just running next to each other like they were a duo, like holding hands. And I was like, okay, it was like, is that him? That looks exactly, that can't be him. I was like, all right, there's a duo. And then I killed both of them. I dropped both of them. And he's like, oh, I'm dead. I was like,
At that point, it's kind of his fault. You know what I'm saying?
and I was like,
yeah,
why were you?
this is my boy.
Yeah.
This is fucking Payman right here, dude. Like,
He was frolicking through the meadows.
He
with
was
this
just doing his
enemy
thing,
player.
dude. You fucking
was-
interrupted him.
you always have to do like some forensic investigation to see like whose fault is the team kill really,
Right,
you know?
right.
Because like if it was your bad call out, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what does the fucking police
I
report
mean,
say?
I was more blown away that this solo player that he was with didn't kill him. I mean, they
Yeah,
were
he was
just
just
like
like- he
holding
was-
hands,
right.
running around. I was crap. But yeah, the team kills definitely. I noticed those happen.
I wanted to ask Atlas because I know he does a lot of like marble giveaways and stuff. How do you think that contributes to like your stream, your growth? Like, do you find that you get people? Because I've done a few giveaways, and my thing is I'm always worried, which it's okay, because it's kind of like you can hope to get some people to stay that otherwise wouldn't know about your channel. But I know there's fuckers that just want you for your free shit, and they don't care about you. But I know you do them much more often than I do, and I wanted to know like your experience with that, like what made you started doing that and like shit like that. You know what I mean?
It's been a struggle, man, because I know what you mean exactly. I actually had a dude. I actually had like this really like sociopathic dude like hanging out for like 3 weeks, and he ended up stealing like. He stole like 3 scab junk boxes and like 5 weapons cases over like 3 weeks. And what he was doing was he was making like fake Discord accounts, and he would find the people's names in Tarkov and on my stream and like copy them and fucking make them like, like say Pierce the Professional one. He'd be like, yo, my name is Pierce the Pro 2 in Tarkov, and I have this up for
Right,
and
right.
and he would create the same Discord. It was insane, dude. It was fucking insane. I was like, how are you just
Yeah,
go
that-
run a raid, like
Right,
what the fuck?
go fucking
saying-
do something, man.
So I think that part of my announcing like on Twitter and Discord and stuff like attracted someone like that to the stream. And so lately what I've been doing is more so just random. Like if I have a beast raid where I get like 3 AS Vals and I get out of the raid, I'm like, yo, let X and 3 AS Val giveaway right now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I just it's almost like not like rewarding, but like
It's thanking like the people that are
Yeah.
watching you, not just for your shit.
It gives
you know
like
what I mean?
almost like a background incentive to also watch. It's like they're also having a good time and they like you, especially you guys. I know I've been in both your streams and like you guys both have great personalities. So it's like, and on top of that, we get random giveaways. You know, it's like
Right.
sick,
Yeah.
sick, dude.
No, I like that. Instead of just straight
Yeah.
up announcing it, just doing it, yeah, spontaneous.
Or say some shit like right before you open the door and like in like 301 West Shoreline, just like if there's a Lennox in here, giveaway, boom! And you open the door, there's a Lennox, you're like, oh, fucking giveaway! You know, and people are like,
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
get them excited about it, but also
Yeah.
you don't get those outsiders that are coming just
Yeah.
for the loot. I get that. Yeah.
Right.
and they
Okay.
people tell their friends, man, it takes a period of like weeks before you really start to see the effect of your ripples, you know?
Right.
Right. Now, so what do you think about like the value of like a lurker versus an active chatter? I'd like to ask because I feel like that's a thing. Like a lot of streamers are pretty. They either want everyone chatting or they're happy to have lurkers. And I think finding a happy medium can be important for new people on Twitch. Like respecting the people that lurk, but also like trying to get people chatting and talking to them actively. So in a community like Tarkov where people tend to they want to do their own raids, they mute and stuff, what do
Yeah.
you do to keep people talking, but then also like where do you like understand like okay, chat's probably not moving too much right now because people are doing such and such?
I think people like to people like to be noticed actually. So what I've been actually doing is just being like if chat's quiet, I just kind of call them out like Loki. Oh man, come on,
Chat fell asleep
I
again,
just,
dude.
yeah, it's like,
Right.
oh, everybody's just chilling, huh? Like, and then most of the time, like if people are in their raids doing their business, they'll they're just playing interchange and they're trying to get some too. But lurkers like to be like, yo, I'm here, man, and I appreciate it too. But you're right, like because if you have 20 viewers and no one's chatting, it kind of looks weird. And it's still support, but I think it's not our fault because there's like a stigma. Everybody's like going to fucking Dr. Disrespect's channel and they're in Tyler One and like Pestily, and they're like, why isn't you have 50 viewers? Excuse me, why isn't your chat moving at a 500 miles an hour? And I'm like, bro, people are like grown adults.
Yeah, they got shit to do,
They're fucking like, one's fucking his wife, one's taking a shower, one's working from home, one's on the phone, one's watching Netflix, the Joe Exotic Tiger King documentary. Okay, it's
But it does make it
know.
hard, and I know like some streamers are different, some are more gameplay oriented or whatever, but like personally, like I feed off the chat, you know what I mean? Like I could have a great viewer count, but if my chat is like fucking dead, like I'm losing energy, you know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate like usually the people that chat the most, that are always there, I try to I'll give them a little kiss, I'll give them a VIP whatever, but I definitely like I feel like it's like part of my like being a streamer, like making my stream entertaining or fun to watch. Like I need a somewhat active chat, you know what I mean?
I think honestly, I think they feed off of you too, like off of the streamer.
Oh,
There's a lot of times I
100%.
find myself being too chill, and then chat's chill,
Mhm.
and then when I start being like crazy, they start getting all crazy again, and I see that in your chat too, and so that's a very good point. I think that high energy,
it can also, I think, well, to what both of you were saying, it can also be discouraging when chat kind of slows down a bit.
Right.
And you can get like a little lack of motivation due to it because you're like, oh, do they actually want to watch? Twitch is a lot of like mental.
Well, it's very
fortitude, and I
inconsistent,
it's like you have to kind of play mind games with yourself, like, oh, my viewer count's looking low. You can't let it like get you down, because then people are going to see that you're down on yourself about it, and then it's going to go even further down. So it's like a lot of you have to kind of pinpoint like these things that would normally get you in a mood and just not let it phase you, I feel like.
Right, yeah. You can't look at the
you can
numbers,
also hide that stuff.
Oh yeah, fucking hide it,
all
dude.
that stuff. So
Hide it 100%. I find myself still like looking at it, every now and then, like, because I have it turned off on like my other monitor and whatnot. Sometimes I'll open up the phone and I'll check low count, but it's definitely not like you shouldn't base how you interact or how you act or play the game based on your numbers. You know what I mean? Like that's especially important for like a newer streamer, someone that's trying to grow. Because if you're just sitting there like hunched over and sad or whatever, like just like quiet, and then someone new pops in, nobody's gonna fucking, they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let me come hunch over and be silent with this guy. You know what I mean? Like they're probably not gonna stick around, dude. So like, I think it is important to like always be, or at least try to be interactive, even if people aren't interacting with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, it's funny that you said that because what about like when you get raids? You know, and
Right.
it's the
Oh,
opposite. You get all crazy and you're like, ah,
Right.
and you don't know how. Where do I put my hands, dude? You know what I'm saying? And we've all been there. We've all freaked out. Like
Right.
I freaked out too, 100 times. Well, back when I was getting a 10 raid person view when I was like 2 viewers. So,
I mean, Atlas, you were like the first one who rated me when I was doing like that was my start, and I drank hot live on stream.
yeah, there
I
you
don't
go.
know if you
So
remember.
it's just like you gotta be like, it's hard, and I'm learning that too. Like getting 150 person raid, just trying to be like, so
Yeah, what's up?
it's hard for me
Right.
because I'm trying to just be myself. But you have to like, they want to see what you're really like, not
Yeah.
like when your heartbeat goes up 40 fucking rates.
Right.
and so that's a good point to the lurker thing we're talking about as well. I think.
So I want to also focus a little bit on you as a Tarkov player and like kind of get what Tarkov, like some Tarkov tips from you specifically. Like for example, what would be your go-to like budget versus high-end gun? Like where would you go if you had to budget run, and then what would be your like ideal run gun for your ideal map per se?
Okay, so are we talking like early wipe or late wipe? Right.
Talking
So-
whatever.
I guess early wipe for budget, and then late wipe, what's like your OP like go-to?
Okay, so early wipe, dude. Honestly, 10 round mag, Vepr Hunter, fucking M80.
You're disgusting. You're
Okay?
disgusting.
Ready
Alex.
for
agree.
this? Next
I
wipe,
You're
a
sickening.
silencer is coming in. Okay, SVD low. Put a Valde on that. You're fucking killing anything, including Killa. Done. Okay, Raiders, fucking go on White Knight, dead. Okay, it's done.
Just Hunter the entire fucking. Don't
Hunter,
ever use
baby.
a different gun. You hear it, guys?
And I will say, honestly, I was playing a 3-man interchange today, and a dude with a Keter and furniture almost killed all of us. He had 3M armor on, and he had a Keter with SV7 and fucked everybody up. It was insane.
Dude,
so
the kettle
Ketters
rip
are
your
in
limbs
now.
off, dude.
Okay.
They don't fuck
And
around.
then,
Pierce gives me a lot of shit because my go-to money running strategy is going to labs with a hunter, and I mean I'm a scumbag for it.
nice.
You are a
but
scumbag, dude.
I
You're
just-
both
You're the
like,
guy that a
there's
streamer comes in
nothing-
your chat going, "Are you serious?" Like,
Yeah, dude. Wow,
Stripper?
streamer using a hunter, dude. Fucking pussy.
There's nothing better than
it's
just
better than a
dropping, like,
Mosin.
a
If you're gonna do a
gear-
Mosin, you may as well do a Hunter. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
100%. And so then what's like your OP build? What's your go-to like late game? You got all the money, you can build.
Dude, honestly, I've been loving fucking HKs, fully kitted HKs, and SR25s, man. They're just fucking like, they just feel so good. And with the Steiner flashlight and the hollow light, just, like it feels so good. And also, I've been getting into the Ash 12, honestly. Like the way it just
No.
kind of like
You're
falls
the love of
down.
my life.
Dude,
I'm
do you
sorry.
Dude,
actually
it's
like it?
crazy,
I-
bro.
okay,
Factory,
those
it's
are
just
my-
nuts.
I think it's
I didn't
terrible.
know it was full auto. I was like, what?
SR25
What?
and Ash 12.
Dude, I think it's terrible. Like, you guys
I
convince
think
me.
it's terrible long range. I do. But in factory, dude, it's like literally you just put your nuts on somebody's drum set. Like that's it.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've been on labs with an Ash 12 and just like shot someone in the foot and they just drop. Like, that thing is a monster.
The
When
kick
you
is
hit
too
with it,
much, dude. It's fucking
it's
crazy.
just insane.
Yo, I gotta give a shout out to my baby girl, MP7A2. Okay, one GPX, one PSU. It's so cheap. You can get it for like fucking under 40,000 rubles. It is the best gun in Tarkov. Okay, it's just not the like most expensive gun, so that's why I didn't say it. But like,
Right.
it's so fucking good.
Yeah,
I
with
killed like 30
APSX.
people with it today.
No, it is insane.
APSX, baby.
Yeah,
Aim
dude.
for a head. Like
It drills people. For sure.
it'll kill one tap anybody with an Alton, anything. Like
Yep. And the fire
kill
rate
a
is
mask
fucking
2
insane.
shots. Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and it's better. I think it's better than the AS Val and the like the what's the other one? Like the AK-101 in series, all that, because it's fucking a 40 rounder. It's not a
Right.
30 rounder.
Right.
So you get that
Oh,
extra
no.
10 rounds just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh.
Yeah.
The AS Val gets me in trouble.
I've been using the Val a lot. Like I've been a meta fucking Chad this white, but I will say like close quarters with like when you're fighting a squad, the Val will fuck you over a lot of times because
Yeah.
it shoots so damn fast, and like 30 rounds, it's not enough.
And when you chamber around, it feels like you can count to like 10 Mississippi.
Yeah.
And you're like, bitch, pull it back. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
Like
yeah.
you're in that mode. Like,
Yeah,
dude.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's fair, but I feel like Vals are still absolute monsters right now.
They are.
Like I don't know. I might have to give the MP7 another look, but I feel like
Dude.
when it comes to it, also I feel like Vals are good because of how cheap like SP6 can be. I get it. SPP is so good. SPP is a fucking monstrosity. But SP6 is still, I mean, you'll drop people with it.
Dude, even SP5 can melt armor. Like it doesn't have pen, but you can melt like a full tier 5 armor with like 4 to 5 shots of SP5, which is still fucking nuts, and it's cheap as dirt.
Definitely.
They're definitely both good on budget. Maybe I'm just a little bit too in love with the Val right now, but I'll have to give the MP7 a bit.
I kind of look like, in real life, don't get me wrong, like it's badass. It looks cool. But in the game, I was just like, I don't know, man. You know, I'd rather have like a big, thick boy HK or something.
SR25, though, I will say, has dominated this wipe for me.
Yeah,
I love it so much. It's by far my favorite gun right now. I made Pierce use one the other night. I think they're absolute monstrosities.
The hip fire is disgusting too.
Yeah, they're so good. What do you use M62 or M80 in them?
I use M60.
Okay, I'm M80. I think I might switch to 62 though, because I haven't.
62
I feel like
M80's bum shit, man. You gotta upgrade. M62 melts people.
I don't. The thing it is tracer, but it's a green tracer and it's kind of dim and it goes so fast that people don't really see it as much unless you're directly looking like 12 o'clock at the motherfucker shooting. Then it looks terrifying. But even in then, like the suppression effect that the M62 gives, like of the terrorizing tracer effect, it fucks people up. They're not going to sit there and keep looking. They're going to be like, fuck, you know, and they dip. So I don't think it bothers me. But I mean, I tend to not use it as much when I'm solo for that reason as well too. So if you're running groups though, man, like fuck yeah, unsilenced SR25.
Oh yeah,
the Atlas muzzle brake. What's up? No, just kidding.
Shrewd. Shout it out.
Shrewd.
So, real quick before we hop into the Q&A segment, for the future of Tarkov, what's one thing you want to see coming up soon? Like, what's one thing you hope to be a major change in the game sooner than later?
Dude, you know, it breaks my heart, man, when you go on Tarkov and there's 100 things. Like the error bug when you move some items, right? That one, and the heal bug, and like the search and attention elite bug and all that stuff. Audio, yep, the sound bugs.
Audio
like not being able to hear somebody in labs. When you're looking at across parking and the other like L or something or the Z and like the fucking it looks black, but there's someone looking right at you and just taps you because the light. Like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I think
honestly, the thing that breaks my heart the most is when you go to like select a map you want to play and you see like Lighthouse and Streets of Tarkov and you see all those maps and you're just like, damn, it would be just so great to run those, to go to Lighthouse, you know?
Right.
I get that. Yeah.
You know?
So this is where we're going to start doing the Q&A. Ask any questions from either chat, and it can be directed towards the streamer personally. You can ask what Pierce's toenails color is right now. He paints
yellow.
It's yellow. And you can ask about Tarkov, like what's our favorite gun, ammunition, whatever, you know. We'll answer any questions. Feel free to ask away, and we'll read them as they come. So please proceed.
My chat had a question earlier for Pierce.
Okay.
What kind of microphone do you use, Pierce Professional?
I use a Blue Yeti.
A Blue Yeti, and that's the white edition, I'm guessing.
It is the white edition.
So it's the same microphone I use, guys, as in the white.
It is, but Atlas's sounds a lot better than mine because I'm a dunce when it comes to it up. Also,
I couldn't do
Dude, the Yeti, it's good if you can get some settings on it, but I've noticed like my keyboard sounds like a fucking typewriter. And I'll be chilling in Atlas's chat, and he's playing. I don't hear shit. I don't know if he's just got the biggest noise
Well,
gate on it.
the
but
thing is you have to. Should we go? Okay. I don't. What do you have on the back of it?
I have it on like the cardioid setting where it's just like in front, you know?
You have it on the little Pac-Man ghost, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
Okay. So yours is upside down. I'm
No,
seeing.
Yeah, but it's still the same. Like, I don't think it matters.
Orientation.
Yeah, the orientation. As long as it's not faced the other way.
So
I don't think
the
that
mic
matters.
in the Yeti is right in front of you guys. I can say
Mine
as somebody
is-
who uses.
Like mine is behind, like so it's only the Pac-Man ghost only takes like the front end of the sound and blocks the back, and I keep my keyboard behind my mic.
See, yeah,
So
that's what
that's
I
how
don't
I-
do. I need to have it closer, but I play on a
Yeah.
fucking Thanksgiving foldable table. You know, I don't have much to work with here, so I just keep it
So-
up, and you can hear me sneezing or scratching my nuts or whatever. You can hear it all.
Yeah, I think it's because it's so effective from above. Like it's
Right.
also picking like above here because technically you're gonna talk like up into it like that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right.
So my issue with the Yeti was actually it legitimately didn't pick up my voice. I have a even more so when in person I have a grumblier voice than what comes through my microphone. I've noticed. So I actually had to turn the gain up on my Yeti, which is never a good
Wow.
because it is already sensitive. So I
Yeah.
turned the gain up for it to pick up my voice, and then everything was like super loud. And so I legitimately had to replace it and go to this because the Yeti refused to hear me.
What is that?
This is an AT2035. I've got like an interface. I've got like it's all professional.
Holy.
It feels very fancy.
It looks
Yeah.
badass now that I was looking at Pierce's, but now I'm looking at yours, and yours is like,
He's just high,
damn,
he's high class, man. He's
This
high
thing
class.
is nice. I like it. Yeah.
wow.
My next move is gonna be one of those Shure mics. I feel like that'll make me.
That's what
sound
I've been
like
wanting to get,
something
but
different.
you gotta.
Dude, is that your unmade bed in the background?
Yes, it is. I never make my bed, and my stream will always get mad. at
Guys,
me
see
for it,
that?
but I
It looks
just-
like you beat your bed's ass, dude.
bed. I just legitimately I hop out of bed sometimes. It doesn't look messy enough, so I'll toss stuff around before I go live, just to piss
Just
people
maybe
off.
shit on it, just fucking.
They've,
I love
like,
it.
I've
roll
literally
around.
had somebody offer to donate $100 for me to make my bed live on stream, and I refuse. It's not gonna happen because first, I believe people who make their bed just to ruin it the next night are psychopaths. You make it when you change
know,
your
I-
sheets, when you change your sheets, or if you're like you really need that like fresh shower, fresh bed feel, then it's okay. Or if you have a female friend coming over.
Whoa,
Otherwise,
you don't have that.
as a bachelor who lives with my dog and my cat, I feel no need to show off to anyone. I'm not here to impress anybody.
Well, it's kind of like you're living on the edge, You kind of like crawl in there. It's like a jungle, You gotta navigate your way around the sheets to make them perfect.
Yeah.
It's like a challenge.
It
I
saves you
mean-
time too, right?
If I think it looks bad, I just,
I
turn
don't,
off the
know,
lights
man.
and can't even see it.
No, dude, turn the lights on. I like those.
Okay, so
No.
I had a question. Bob is melting about this for Payman.
Bob.
Or not a question, a statement. He said, "Can we run it back to when Payman was complaining about the keyboard alarm and shit on interchange? You can turn off the alarms to promote squad play. Have a 4-man split into 2-mans, 2 go power, 2 push maul. Turn off alarms. Go to the other. Yeah. So Payman, what do you have to say about that, man? You don't like the loud noise, dude?
No, I literally, I don't, people complain at me in my chat. They're like, go turn it off. And I'm like, no, because it doesn't bother me. Because I listen to music sometimes. Like, I don't even care. And then it's like, so I don't know really what Bob, I thought it was kind of stupid because it just, like I said, it's annoying, it's loud, it doesn't seem to do much.
It is annoying.
So on a
I
game
will agree.
perspective, I feel like it's that, but like for me, I mean, it promotes team play. I play solo. You're supposed to, it's objective oriented. You have to run to press buttons. Yeah, but right now with the weight and the gear that I use, by the time I run over to press the button, I'm like,
Wait, you're doing that in real life or in the game?
Are you a bear?
both. I am a bear.
That's
I'm
why,
so
because
loud.
bears are
Yeah.
bugged and they have like weird ass breathing.
Yes,
shit.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that true?
bears.
Yeah, like
breathing is-
bears are loud as shit. I hate watching
you
people
know,
that have bears.
yeah.
It's weird.
Okay, so now that we're past that, I have a question for Atlas.
Sorry,
from-
Payman.
No, it's okay. I just went bear because
Fuck
of
bears.
the recent-
Okay,
Fuck
we're
you.
USEC family
hate
over
I
here.
literally, so I've always done USEC strictly because I spam, like whenever I duo with somebody, I just spam the one where he goes covering just over and over. Like every second of the raid, I just say covering.
Wait, that's USEC. That's not bear.
That's USEC, and now I'm bear, so now I have to do
Oh,
it with Dicky
okay.
Needles.
Okay,
Oh
gotcha.
my gosh, Dicky Needles is such like a 14-year-old thing, man.
Yeah, dude,
that's what I
that
can't
was
get over. Dude.
2018 memes. Come on.
I have
man.
nothing
Dude, you know,
else. I don't
like-
have covering anymore. And it's
What
it's
about,
funny
like-
because I play with my brother T, and so when I'm with T, he does couldn't hear you. Say that again, and then I just get covering on repeat, and now we can't do that.
That's awesome. Oh, that
Yeah.
is kind of funny. People love that.
Okay,
But
so
what about like USEC 2 where he's like, fucking hit? Like, come on, man, that's gold, bro. You need
Well, I
that.
don't like. I got pissed at USEC before I went bear because USEC has it has the nice work, bitch, and I love that line. I love nice work, bitch. But on the default USEC voice, instead of that, he says nice work, fella, and it's terrible.
Yeah, but you
hate
can
that.
change that.
Yeah,
What the
but
fuck?
I felt like I should go bear just based on that. I don't even like.
Are you serious? But what about like, what's the knife command? He said, like a butter. You
Yeah,
know, like
like
come on,
butter.
man. Like, dude, they got so much good stuff, dude. And if
That's
you
true.
go back to like a Tarkov streamer, if you're trying to be a streamer, go USEC because those voice
Yeah.
lines are great. You
I
could be like,
mean-
hey, fella, like talk to people, hatch leads and shit.
like in that
Abuse
movie.
them.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. I feel like next wipe I'll go USEC, but I had to try bear, and they do have the flannel. When it comes down to the
Fuck the
is
flannel,
pretty
dude.
good.
I like the bear short
like the
sleeve where
muscle
he's
shirt?
just jacked as fuck. He looks like a beast. That's the only thing that makes me want to use bear, so I can live vicariously through
That's the shirt
my
I use
character.
right now.
That is true.
Okay, so I got a question for Atlas from Silent Mystic. He says, Atlas, what's a change that you would like to see come to Twitch as a streaming platform for viewers and streamers?
Oof, that's a tough one. Oh. I don't know. I'm really grateful right now because they just came out with the point system. And the point system has been, for my stream, like really effective in helping with interaction and the growth of my stream and just like all around fun times. And also they just came out with like a 2-month sub badge and like they're doing like a lot of small things that are making it better and better and better for us. Even like giving affiliates ad revenue.
Mhm.
Like I've been streaming for months and months, and it's tiny, it's a small amount. But like after a year of streaming, you made $150, $160 just off of ads.
Right.
You go take a shit really quick during the stream. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that they're already doing for affiliates, especially that I love. And I'm really thankful for as being a full-time streamer. And extra emotes. Remember they brought us the extra emotes just a couple of months ago, like 6-7 months ago.
And we just got the biddy.
Yeah, the biddy
Exactly. Yeah, like that is just fantastic. Better TTV and like they do a lot of cool things for us. I guess I would say like I don't know how it would be possible, but like to possibly increase like bit rate. You know how like it kind of caps out at 6,000 ish. A lot of us have bit more than that. Like I know I could go to like 8,000. I've done like the stream health test and it's told me I needed to increase my bit rate, but I'm like capped out at 6,000 Twitch.
Right.
So
I think also like another thing kind of similar to that is Twitch, if you're not a partner, they randomly give the ability to change the quality in the stream. So I have some people are like, yo, like I can't watch the stream because they have, bad internet or they're on mobile, they're somewhere, you know what I mean? So it would be nice like for an affiliate to have some kind of guarantee of like, yeah, you can switch to 360 or whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean?
definitely. I don't know what else, man. I think stream teams are great. I think that there's new extensions coming every day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's in a good spot right now.
I think it would be cool if affiliates could make stream teams. I don't know, but
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think that I'm gonna be the bad guy here. Okay, I'm real as fuck. Okay, I am. I think what happens is a lot of people get on Twitch and they just watch a streamer and they think it's great and they think they're great and they get on they get download Streamlabs and they get on there and they don't have anything on their stream other than their game and like their webcam. There's no music playing and they're like, why is no one watching me? You know,
Right.
they're like, why is no one watching me? What? And they get discouraged after a week. And it's not like that, man. Like I didn't make affiliate for like 4 weeks. You know, it takes a long fucking time. You have to have a personality. You have to like really try at this. Like Pierce was saying, you have to be hype. You have to feed off the chat. You have to get chat going. Or
100%.
even if it's like just you and Jimmy, you're like, yo, Jimmy, did you see that shit? You know, like you have to fucking go crazy.
So
And I don't know. I think that it's dangerous to give them the ability to make stream teams because there's so many just like, dude, there's the analytics on Twitch metrics and stuff saying that I'm already in the 0.5% of all Twitch.
Yep.
Right.
And I only have 5,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? So that's insane, dude. That's insane to me.
Right.
That like there's that many. It's just crazy. I don't know. But I don't want to discourage anybody. I just think that you really have to just go back day after day. Even if you work a full-time job and you can only be on for 2 hours, people will watch those fucking reruns. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? But I don't know.
It's a grind too. I'll say so.
It is.
In total, I started streaming 5 years ago. And back then the affiliate program was all different. Like it was like a partnership application at the time. It wasn't average of 3 viewers, 50 followers, stream this amount of time. It was like you had to average like at least like 30 viewers, and then you had to send in an application and they would approve it. And so, I mean, that's come a long way. And back then, so this is right when I was getting into Rainbow Six Semi-Pro League. And so I was like streaming for that, and I was averaging like 2-3 viewers, and I streamed for a full year on a different account. And I never got anywhere, and it was discouraging. But at the time, I didn't have a webcam. I wasn't really talking to anyone. I was just playing the game. Didn't have music on. I was just, chilling there, playing the game and streaming. And sure, like, whenever people were hanging out there, that was cool. Now that I'm taking it more seriously and coming at it from an approach of like, this is like something I want to invest in and grow as a community. And, what can I do to further myself in my stream? And I'm approaching it as rather than like, I want to see instant gratification rather than build something up for a long-term,
Well, that's the thing is like you're
community.
never going to get that instant gratification. And if you stream for 2 weeks straight off, fresh, and you're like, why do I have, 0 fucking viewers? And then you're like, I'm done with, you know what I mean? Like you can't expect that, dude. And I think that's also like, that's what makes Twitch rewarding in itself, is it's something that you build yourself. Like it's your thing, it's your personality, it's your brand. So, if you care about it, if you're passionate about it, like you have to put, I know it sounds like cringy or cliche, but you have to put like 100% into it. You know what I mean? Like you have to like I've sat at, fucking 3 viewers for months in a row. You know what I mean? Like I was happy if I was topping out at like 10 viewers or like, so like it's definitely hard to do. Like you have to grind it. It's a fucking grind for sure.
It is, man. Dude, I can't tell you, man. And then like I didn't start originally with Tarkov, right? I played League of Legends and like Dead by Daylight and stuff. Thank God I stopped playing Dead by Daylight. Anyways, I started playing Tarkov, and that's another thing is like I got shit on because I started playing Tarkov. Like everybody was like, this game's boring. Like, why isn't it like Call of Duty? Like, but like you have to fucking like hang in there.
Right.
And eventually I would say too, like also only play like one game if you can help it
100%.
to try and build that community. And like Tarkov people are brutal. If you play a different game, they're
They
gonna
don't
be
give a
like, yo,
fuck.
fuck you,
Yeah, get the
bro.
fuck outta here, dude.
Tarkov only. They come at you, don't
Like,
they,
what
guys?
is this?
Don't
What
they?
is this game, dude?
They do. They
What
do.
are you
They're
playing
like,
here,
what
bro?
is this shit? They unfollowed. And like, so
Right.
even when I play like Squad and shit, like other games that are
Yeah.
similar, and
They're tough
And-
about it.
No, I have literally had
Yeah.
nights where I'll do like, because I want a little break. We'll do like a community thing where we're playing something else, and I'll look and I'll drop 2 followers just for playing like one, like a different fucking game for one night. You know what I mean? So they're definitely like, but it's also a good thing if you're dedicated to that community, because that community is going to be dedicated to you playing that game. But yeah, if you play their shit, they're gonna beat your ass.
I think that if, especially if you're committed, just focus. It's a job, it's work. If it's not if you have a full-time job, it's a hobby, but it's a serious hobby that's gonna make you money.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you got to commit to 1-2 games max. Okay. Grind it out. Sometimes, do you think I like dying to scabs every fucking game and a hacker every other game? Is sometimes it sucks. But guess
Yeah.
what? I get to do it tomorrow too, and I got to be happy about it. Okay,
Yeah.
so like you have to be ready to commit to that. And guess what? I'm still 7 months away, 8 months, 9 months away from partner. So I'm buckling up.
Right.
But like
Right.
my point is that, dude, if people that switch games, you have to wait for that until you're a partner. You have to wait until you have like 20-month resubs and stuff. Those are the people that really they love you for you.
Yep.
And in the beginning, you're gonna lose a huge chunk, 40% of like your followers when you switch games. And
Mhm.
it's play it off stream. You have to find that difference. It's not just like turning on the webcam and playing with the boys. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
job.
It
Yeah,
is.
well,
It
that's
is.
that's what
And
I say too. Is like sometimes if I want to play their shit, people are like, oh, just play it like or stream it, whatever. But I'd rather take the night off and enjoy it, and then only stick to Tarkov if possible. You know what I mean? Unless it's like purely a community related stream. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, dude, just turn the webcam on and fucking play what you want to. But I feel like you almost lose a certain momentum when you do stuff like that. Especially if you're dedicated to one community or one game. So yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
And I think that we don't have enough empathy, or we don't have enough there's a word I like called sonder, and it means like having the realization that everybody has the like a life as fucking intricate as your own. Like Pierce and Payman have like a mom and dad, and they have like a family, and they have their mom and dad text them and they're like, fuck, and they gotta reply to that. And they have like 20,000 other things going on in their life, you know what I'm saying? And every other person is like that. So for us as Tarkov streamers, like we're playing and we're like getting burnout and stuff, but like someone that maybe only gets to play an hour a day because they're working at a hospital fighting corona, or whatever it is, they almost like live through the experience. They're like, dude, I love watching Payman do like crazy ass fucking item case runs, and stuff like that. So that's another thing that I wanted to point out that like really encourages me to like,
Right.
I know you guys experience it too, but
100%.
Oh yeah. And I think I'm personally glad that game that I'm gonna have to grind out does happen to be Tarkov, strictly because Tarkov is still, it's getting changed, stuff is happening, and even if it's for the worse or for the better, at least it's not like a game that's kind of stagnant. It's a game that's got it's like entering its prime as we speak, rather
Definitely.
than like something that's just it's existing and then it will die off eventually. Like it's a game that still has so much potential for growth and community and as a game itself, that it's a really strong game to just be in for the long haul with. I'd love to be a variety streamer. I tell it to Pierce all the time that I'd like to just be able to like, oh, this new game came out, I want to check
Same.
out the story and I want everybody to come and watch and hang out with me while I do that. But it's not realistic right now. And
Yeah.
Someday when I get a viewership that's going to just come no matter what, then yeah, that'll be manageable. But right now it's about finding a community and improving that community and making the moves in Tarkov.
I think so. I agree 100%. I agree with everything you said. I can't wait, man.
Yeah, for real.
But honestly, I mean, like Lighthouse,
though.
dude.
I wanna
Airport. Like, where are these
Well,
maps
have you-
at?
I want a
Have
close
you-
quarters map, dude. I want another close quarters map like Factory.
So
That's my shit.
how up to date are you on like the Streets of Tarkov development?
I'm not
Because
at all.
have to-
I heard they are gonna release it this year, right?
So what they've said, and this
Yeah.
is from the multiple podcast research I've done,
Mhm.
it's going to be released in parts. So they're going to release like the mall part first, and then the town part first, and the skyscraper part then. But it's apparently going to be large enough to get lost in. I don't know what that means. And they're looking at between 35 to 40 PMCs.
That's amazing. That's what I wanted to see.
So
It's gonna be 15 FPS though, dude. It's gonna
True,
run like
true,
shit, dude. It's gonna. I don't
true.
know.
I can barely run reserve.
That's why I don't
mean,
play that fucking map.
I love to run reserve off stream, but I can't
Right.
stream it. It sucks. I'm like, fuck. 40 FPS, I get killed by a pistol. You know?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm
Dude.
curious. I guess is what I'm gonna leave it at. It's they are making it sound like it's like the heart of the game. Like it's like the big part of Tarkov is gonna be Streets of Tarkov.
Then they should take their
Like,
time and
that's the
optimize
main-
it. Then. Don't release a
Yeah.
turd.
I don't know. I'm skeptical but hopeful at the same time, I guess.
I think they're going in the right direction. I think it's it goes back to that instant gratification that we want.
Yeah.
It's a beta. We got to remember my name in Tarkov currently is it's in beta. That's my name. To help me remind myself, like when I get bugs and shit, like just calm down, you know,
Right,
freak
right.
out.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like you said, I want them to take their time. I want them to do it right because this game has the potential to be the greatest first-person shooter of all time. Like
100%. I mean,
it
it's already up there.
really
Like
does.
I've never
Yeah.
put this much time in a game and not been
Yep.
either hating it or bored as fuck of it. You know, it's definitely
Same.
something special.
It is. And dude, I have no first-person shooter back. I've
Really?
been playing Tarkov for a year. Okay, I don't want to get into it because I'll sound like I'm sucking my own dick. But like, dude, it's just insane. It's addictive. That's the only reason I got into it. It's not because I'm good. I'm not. I really am the average guy just playing Tarkov. That's my stream. And I just can't get enough. To the
Yeah.
point where I was like, I lost my job a year and a half ago and I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna
Play
stream.
Tarkov, right?
Yeah, like, dude,
Yeah,
this is amazing.
for sure. That's basically all the time we have for today. Atlas, I'd like to thank you for coming on the podcast and
Appreciate it, man.
joining us. And let me give you another shout out. And
Guys, please hit
hopefully we'll
Atlas
get you
Family with a
back on.
follow. Check him out. He's an awesome fucking guy. He
What
will
are you
enjoy
guys
the
doing
stream.
for the rest of the night?
I'm gonna play some Tarky, man.
So, I am actually I have 100 million rubles to give away tonight.
Woo!
I'm current, yeah. I'm about to hit 600 million rubles for this wipe given away. So we're
Dude,
on that
baby,
grind,
let's
that
get it.
giveaway grind. Yeah, so I get to look forward to that. I'm about to go slam down an energy drink and then go at it. But yeah, that's what the night looks like. That being said, you and I should get some duos at some point.
Dude, yeah, and me and Pierce as well, or all
Hell
three
yeah,
of us, dude.
That'd
I would
be
love
for
to,
sure.
Fun as
guys.
fuck.
I'll message you all in Discord.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thanks
All right,
again for
have a
having me,
good
boys.
night.
Good
Happy
night.
the
Peace out,
rest
guys.
of the stream.
Thank you guys for watching.
appearing, And
Of course, yeah. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us.
anyways, adios, guys.
Peace. Oh God, see my face full screen? That's probably scary for you guys, huh? All right, guys. Let me fix this shit real quick. We'll get the Tarky going, guys. Everybody that watched, I really appreciate it. I love you guys all very much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, just shitting on me like usual. I wouldn't have it any other way. Bob, panicking, hating, just probably eating fucking dust, rolling around in his shitty diaper. It's the best, we kept certain topics going so long that I wasn't able to ask about the condensed milk, but I did want to ask it because it was a good question. Let me fix this camera. I'm about to piss my pants. Like, I literally have to pee so bad. Let me fix this shit real quick, and I'm gonna pee, and then we'll get it started up, okay? Active. Alright, I'm gonna put on some music. I'll be right back, like I said. But guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Oh, fuck. Alrighty, we are back. Also, guys, everybody that followed, you just got licked. Big Chungus with the 3 fucking months. Duza. 2 takedown. Peyton with the gift to flirt. Flirt with the follow. 4 months from Unsainted. A follow from Drunk and Snowy. Oh, and a Prime sub from Magic. Fucking sweethearts, man. Thank you guys. Actually, I think we're gonna end the stream so we can, because we upload these to YouTube. I'll try to get the YouTube link.
A tier 1 sub to all field.
And
they have given 5
so you guys can,
gift
hit
subs
that
to the
up.
channel.
Hey, thank you for the fucking gift sub. Jokes aside, the format needs work because it does feel pre-recorded. What does that even mean? Listen, the podcast is the podcast, right? It's not an interactive with chat until we bring in the Q&A, Hayden. I don't know what's cooking up in your brain, but it's about the guest streamer talking with them answering questions, us responding, and covering topics. And then the Q&A, we talk to chat, and we read from the chat. So, I don't even know what the fuck that means. But yeah, we're gonna end just for a sec, and then we'll be right back, okay? So give me a sec. Don't go anywhere, you fucking sweethearts. It needs to be Q&A in between topics. We only have an hour though, Bob, so until we extend time, I mean, even then we went like 5 to 10 minutes over. I don't think it needs to be that, you know what I mean? Like, I know, I'm not like a huge fucking streamer, or we don't have a huge podcast, but podcasts aren't just like, oh, like, let's read the chat and like this and that, you know what I mean? That's where the Q&A part is part of it. Here, Steel, what's up, man? Pierce, I lurk, have fun, BRB. Okay, Steel. Guys, give me 1 sec.